This week, I wanted to discuss the National Conservative Party convention. What have we learned regarding Aaron O'Toole's leadership, as well as his relationship to the party's grassroots?
Well, obviously, this was the first full-fledged virtual convention in, I guess, well, I was going to say in the modern era, but in any era, and it went out without a glitch. There was no massive system failure in the voting system, no crashes of websites or Zoom platforms or whatnot. I was a delegate from Quebec at the said convention. As far as Aaron O'Toole goes, I think people have noticed his speech on Friday, putting out the 5 pillars of what will look like an upcoming campaign platform. The one that I think is very intriguing and important is and speaks to me personally, is the plank on mental health. And I know, since I know Aaron O'Toole personally, it's something that's very important to him. And one thing, though, that was very evident during that discussion, that speech, and subsequent speeches throughout the weekend and other events, was that the Aaron O'Toole's insistence that the Conservative Party of Canada will have a very robust environmental plan, and that climate change is very real and something we need to take care of. And I also note that some headlines saying that the Conservative Party is denying climate change, which is a stretch of the truth, to say the least. But also, I think that certain media reports very torqued for their own needs the actual debate, because I heard the actual debate so around it, and have the resolution before me.
So I think it's important to take a step back there. The vast majority of Canadians were not at the convention, and were not looking at the finer points of the debates and resolutions. And with absolutely no disrespect to the people who were attending there and who were involved in the policy resolutions, what Canadians are seeing is what Canadians are seeing being reported, where Aaron O'Toole stands up and gives a speech that, yes, did include some talk about the need for a robust platform that includes a robust climate change agenda. And that being contrasted by the actual delegates voting down that resolution that acknowledged climate change was real. Issues that Aaron O'Toole has encountered over his leadership, and you're starting to see, and these have been reported now across a number of different outlets of both people outside the party and, most importantly, inside the party, saying that there may be a bit of a disconnect between the leader's office and the grassroots, or the leader's office in some parts of caucus. I think this is potentially a lot of Canadians might look at this, or political watchers might look at this and still see that gap there. And I think that's why maybe Aaron O'Toole's having a bit of an issue right now, breaking through into the sort of broader consciousness, even with some of the ad campaigns, even with some of the messaging they're going across. I think for a lot of everyday Canadians, what Aaron O'Toole stands for and what his Conservative Party stands for is either a little bit of a mystery, or there's a little bit of confusion. Then what a lot of Canadians end up seeing from the Conservative Party are, as we've said, stories like that, where delegates are voting against motions that recognize climate change. They're hearing about MPs who are granted, certainly I think probably going a little bit off message than from what Aaron O'Toole and the leader's office would like to see, but nonetheless, that doesn't help. Part of the issues that Aaron O'Toole's Conservative Party, frankly, is having right now is, how do they have that conversation beyond the Conservative base? Aaron O'Toole, he's saying some of the right things, but I think a lot of Canadians look at the things like those policy resolutions, or look at some of the things that MPs are saying where and they're not necessarily seeing that coherent message come through. So there's still work to be done, but time may be running out for Aaron O'Toole to be able to try to make that impact.
By the way, Will, I expect torqued headlines and stories from the Liberal convention, and stupid stories like the Liberals want to legalize everything, and stupid stories such as they want to tax your primary home when you sell it until.
I was gonna say I remember that specifically coming up on a number of doorsteps and having to be like, yeah, no, that's not party policy.